What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? Hyper Chaotic here with a K, double R. If you're on YouTube, what's up? I don't know how the hell you got here, but still, what's up and thank you. If you're on BitChute, thank you and welcome. And for those of you who have ever been pushed off or kicked off of YouTube or silenced off of YouTube before for certain things and have ended up on BitChute for that reason, you might be intrigued by this. Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying this may or may not give you a reason to want to go back. In fact, I don't expect you to change your mind at all after hearing this. I just want to be very clear. This is interesting, and I have an important question as to whether or not this big change that has happened to YouTube with the monetization system, whether or not this will affect the algorithm. Because as we know, a lot of stuff that has been censored and demonetized, the algorithm, apart from just censoring it, apart from just demonetizing it, will try to shadow ban certain stuff, or at the very least push it in the foreground so it just gets noticed less and less because it's not advertiser friendly or whatever the fuck. Now, I got an article in front of me today talking about the new changes they have added to YouTube, and I want to talk about them real quick. But of course, I'm going to go ahead and look at the article with you guys real quick that I have right in front of me, and I will leave a link in the description for it if you guys want to check it out yourself. But I'm literally about to show you the whole article in this video, so you don't even need to, but you could if you want to. If you're just listening to this on the side while you're doing some dishes or something, I don't know how to pronounce this. wersm.com/ YouTube makes more content eligible for monetization. There's a lot of hyphens in that, by the way, where the spaces should be. So I'm going to go ahead and read the article, go over it with you guys, and yeah, let's get into it. And apologize for how I may sound. I am recording by my desk instead of where I usually record, which is a special small room that keeps, the audio just sounds better. Audio sounds better in there. Audio sounds better in there than where I'm recording at, which is my room and my desk. So apologies for that. Plus, with the microphone I have, I'm using with Audacity. I don't typically record audio with Audacity. I use it for other things because it's still good for other things, but I just don't usually typically use it to record my audio. I use an app on my phone. But because I need to be at my computer for this, so apologies for that. I'm going to try to make it sound better, but if it doesn't sound the best, sorry, but hopefully I still sound pretty decent. Hopefully you understand me. So let me just stop rambling and get into this. YouTube is updating its policies on advertiser-friendly content to make more content eligible for monetization. Creators in the YouTube Partner Program need to upload videos that are suitable for advertisers to share revenue from ads. No shit, Sherlock, we've been knowing that. Do you? YouTube maintains a list of advertiser-friendly guidelines to help creators better understand which of their videos can run ads, which can run limited ads, and which will not run ads at all and should have monetization turned off. Now, YouTube is updating multiple policies within the advertiser-friendly content guidelines and gaming monetization articles, allowing more content to be eligible for full monetization, green icon. The changes were based on input from creators, advertisers, and should continue to maintain advertisers' industry standards. First, YouTube is expanding the monetization on educational, documentary, or news content that could include violent interactions with law enforcement, recreational drugs, and drug-related content, or sensitive events. Now, this is something I want to touch on specifically real quick and add my thoughts to it, but let me go ahead and finish the content first. The article. This is content technically, but the article. Uh, Second, it's expanding monetization for for videos dealing with controversial issues or non-graphic. Objective discussions of controversial issues are in the video. In addition to the above, YouTube is also expanding monetization to allow for adult themes that are delivered through humor, for example, romance or dating jokes, as well as allowing the use of moderate profanity in the first 30 seconds of the video. So, what happens if I accidentally say fuck in the first few seconds? I'm curious. Like, what if I stub my toe or something? For reference, there are now more examples in each section of the advertiser friendly guidelines that clarify guidance on adult content, harmful or dangerous acts, and firearms related content. I wonder how Demolition Ranch was affected by the bullshit with the demonetization. Finally, YouTube has also updated the guidelines on monetizing gaming videos within the gaming and monetization article. I still don't know why there was ever an issue with that in the first place. It's fake. It's also free advertisement for it's. I mean, you do realize you have trailers for games and movies that go over these videos, right? Why was that ever an issue? No, I'm not monetized at all on my YouTube channel. I I, I, I barely have any subscribers to be honest, but nevertheless, what affects the monetization will also affect the algorithm because even though yes, sure, not every video is going to be monetized, it doesn't matter. If the algorithm recently had found you non-advertiser friendly, whether you're monetized or not, you're basically going to be fucked over a little bit more in the algorithm. That's not to say you're going to be completely blacklisted or anything. I don't think they're doing that anymore. Even though they weren't necessarily doing it to specific creators or specific terms, but still, that was stupid. Uh, I don't know. It just never made sense to me. It's like, so the gameplay is not okay, but if there's the trailers, aka also an ad, a commercial for said game goes over it, you know. But that video of said game is not advertiser friendly because somebody done put a fucking bullet through somebody's head, even though it's digital zeros and ones or whatever the fuck it is. But coding it is. Stupid. Now, there's also a video right here that is essentially mostly just the video is literally just this article word from word for the most part. He gives a little bit more explanation as to what they will start to allow, but for the most part, it's mostly all just completely summarized in these few short paragraphs. They want to change it up more because they realize they're fucking up. Oh shit, we got a shit ton of gaming content on our platform that get millions of views. We're missing out on millions of dollars because we're the dumb fucks that keep demonetizing them. So maybe we should start relieving some of the restrictions if we want to actually make our fucking money on the gaming videos making millions of views. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, seriously, who makes these fucking decisions? And it's not like YouTube's the only one making stupid ass decisions when it comes to the social aspect of whatever their company does. But it's just like nowadays, between social media companies, gaming companies, it just it feels like nobody has common sense anymore. Like the big professionals who make money to do this shit don't have common sense anymore. Are you serious? Now, part of what about this that really pissed me off was, first of all, for the longest, YouTube was trying to be completely kid friendly, even though in their own motherfucking rules, they make it very clear you shouldn't be on the website if you're under 13. Now, I understand kids are not always going to follow rules. Plenty of kids out there probably lie about their age. I know I have when I was a little kid. But that's up to the fucking parents, not YouTube. The only reason why they gave a fuck about being friendly to the kids was because of all the money they were making shoving ads in their face and selling their fucking data, which is technically against the law. I know that law was technically, for lack of a better way to describe it, in hibernation. So, what was it? Not the FCC. I think the FTC, one of the two, finally came out and said, you know what, YouTube, you keep bragging about how you're fucking selling shit to little kids, selling their data, yada yada yada, being a kid friendly website when you make it very clear in your own fucking rules that kids are not supposed to be here at a certain age. You know, fucked up. You know, fucked up. A lot of people may say that the fine they got was nothing more than a slap on the wrist. But it was a real fucking hard on the wrist. It wasn't just like, oh no, don't do it again. No, it was straight up, I fucking dare you to do it again. Put your hand there again. Put your fucking hand there again so I can do it again. YouTube was like, no, I won't do it again. I'm sorry. And on top of that, they threatened them with COPPA. And YouTube took that shit seriously, didn't they? Then they're just trying to worry about being advertiser friendly, which to a degree they were still trying to be basically family friendly or kid friendly. Which was stupid because never mind the fact that they did lose out a lot of money monetizing certain content like videos. Never mind the double standards that they had with news channels of just regular people, for example, like Philip DeFranco or even Scares, fucking them over for certain shit they talked about. Yet NBC, Fox, WG fucking N, they're allowed to do it. Why? Because they're a corporation and they got the big bad lawyers. Fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you. I'm gonna have these stupid ass double standards. And I'm pretty sure to a degree they were still allowing documentaries. They probably demonetized them, but they still allowed them. They didn't really push them out that much. Now, if it's more drug related, I mean, if it's professional documentary, probably not. But the shorter stuff, maybe. And I'm gonna talk about that even more in a sec, but just for a personal reason. And it'll be partially a self plug, but I'll get into that later. And now that they want to change shit, and I bet you, I fucking bet you, somebody at the office finally remembered. Oh wait a minute, that's right. We have a kids app. Yeah, motherfucker, you have a kids app. You've been have a kids app. Why did you need YouTube itself, the main YouTube, to be kid friendly? You already have a fucking kids app. And if the issue was having a version on the console or the fucking computer, you could have had a special website for that, special app for that, for the parents to use. Obviously, that's up to them to pay attention to that shit, to add that shit, to be the parents. But no. Fuck the kids app that we literally just made for the fucking kids. YouTube itself needs to be kids friendly. YouTube itself needs to be the kids app. While simultaneously still having the fucking kids app. Like that's another thing. If you were just gonna make YouTube itself the kid friendlier app, why even have a kids app in the first place? Why? Did nobody think, hey, maybe this is just a waste of fucking money and resources? Fucking morons. Like, I don't care if I sound like an asshole. Whoever makes the business decisions are fucking idiots. I don't know who the fuck Susan fucking whatchamacallit hires to make these decisions, but fire them. Because they're fucking morons. They have no common sense. If half of these motherfuckers just looked at the fucking website they're making business decisions for and see half of the shit people watch. I mean, for how long have people tried to explain this since YouTube? What, 2015, maybe even 2014? It started really get serious 2016. We're now in what? What? I'm literally going to look at the fucking date. Let me look at the fucking date. Friday, April 9th, 2020, motherfucking one. But this came out sooner, but still. And you motherfuckers are now getting the hit through your skull. How? You're the ones that make the money decisions. How can you fuck up this bad? And it's not like I'm mad for personal reasons. I'm just mad at how fucking stupid people can be and still get paid millions of dollars to do it. I'm losing my fucking mind. I don't understand. Morons are everywhere. Morons are the ones that are rich. Retards. I don't give a fuck how people feel about that word. They're retarded. I don't mean mentally ill. I mean their brain is fucking stupid. How? How do people this stupid get such big, serious, important, mainly important to the company, but important, high-paying jobs? Where your job is to make important financial decisions for the company, the betterment for the company. And you make decisions so incompetent, so stupid, so fucking moronic that regular ass people who just make videos on YouTube will tell you it's stupid. What are you thinking? Who makes these decisions? Oh my God, it's like, even for the short run, this is not going to work for you trying to make so much money in the short run rather than trying to find a long-term decision. You know what I'm saying? Even in a short-term this financial decision, it just didn't fucking work too well. Apparently not, at least. If they're changing their minds now all of a sudden, you fucking brain-dead idiots. Fucking conehead fucking morons. Well, unfortunately, I gotta go because I got some personal shit to take care of right away, folks. But if you're watching this, thank you so much for watching, and sorry about that rant I made at the end. And I know I said I was gonna cover that one part about, drugs and drug-related content or whatnot. Something I want to talk about that real quick. Maybe I'll add that near the end of the video during editing. But nevertheless, if this ends up being the end of my video, and again, I do have to stop recording just for personal reasons. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm curious to hear what you have to say. But man, The people who make the decisions in YouTube are just fucking stupid. Nevertheless, I don't know how you got here, but if you're from YouTube and you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. To those on BitChute, thank you. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on each side. And with that said, I'm gonna have to get going. Again, thank you so much. And if I do add an after edit note or talk about this part, after me, take it away. If not, goodbye, everybody. Chaotic out.
Well, the video's pretty much almost ready, so I might as well just add this little bit at the end. So let me go ahead and cover that one part I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen, because what I'm referring to, especially with it being a self plug, is I remember back in the day, I didn't watch this guy personally, but a cousin of mine used to watch this guy called Custom Girl 420. I don't know if he's still on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure his YouTube channel may have been affected by the algorithm with these changes from trying to be kid friendly, and now going back to adult content, and never mind issues with the monetization. You know, mainly because if you could probably tell by his name, he had his channel was mainly based around weed, marijuana, and sometimes marijuana related uh, paraphernalia. But it was mainly just like him reviewing cannabis products, straight up weed or even hemp. But after a while, his channel got affected. I don't know what happened to him. But I know this, he actually inspired me to make my own show doing something similar. I'm not necessarily going to be mainly looking at cannabis, mainly for the fact that I ain't going to lie. I get my stuff from streets because it's cheaper than dispensaries, way cheaper, and because of that, my guys don't always know what the trend is. Keyword: not always. They do know it sometimes, often than not. But there are times that, well, they know it's weed. They've had it before. Maybe they were told the strand, they just don't remember at the moment, or they don't remember the strand at all, but they sold it before and they know it ain't no bunk shit and it ain't no tainted shit. Or I don't know. I'm not sure what everybody tells you when it comes to stories about dealers. But listen, when you got a guy who will casually serve you no problem and give you their personal phone number, that's the guy you can trust who won't spike your shit. Just letting you know out there, if you're curious to try out there and you're actually thinking about buying off of the streets off of somebody, you know, be cautious. If you're going to do it, go with somebody who doesn't mind casually selling to you, even if you only try it once. Because if you buy it from the guy who's willing to only sell it to you once and dip off on you, that's the guy who's most likely going to spike your shit, sell you some fake shit, or give you some shit or whatever the fuck. That's not to say they might not sell you something at all. They might. Just for the guy who's only going to sell to you once, you got to take way more caution than the guy who's going to sell to you casually. All right? What my show is going to be called will be The Dank Kill, the show where I review personal items I like to use related to cannabis, Nicos, and cannabis Nico accessories. Obviously, cannabis short for cannabis, Nico short for nicotine. Because one sounded interesting, the other just made sense to me. And it keeps it short. Now, I will review cannabis and tobacco time to time when I have it and have the chance to do so and just have the general information on it. But for the most part, it will be mainly based around the more accessible stuff, mainly due to price, which is paraphernalia, accessories related to cannabis and ecos, pipes, edibles, uh, incense and candle scents and whatnot. You name it. Literally, I'm gonna be looking at all of them because why not? It's my channel, and sometimes you might just find a product that's way better than the other one, or maybe you find one that's pretty freaking cheap, but it gets the job done. And at the same time, one thing to remember is, depending on where you're at and depending on which smoke shop you go to, and never mind it being different in another city or state, prices are always going to be different. So what I pay for at my local smoke shop or shops may not be the same at yours. But nevertheless, I will sometimes mention what I did pay for something. Because what you pay for may be somewhere around that price. At the very least, you can keep in mind of how much you may or may not want to go in with, plus taxes. I'm not going to mention taxes, but my recommendation when you're shopping at a smoke shop, at least have smoke shop, at least have $5 for taxes for every little item you have that you buy at a smoke shop, just in case. Doesn't matter if it's just going to be change in taxes, being an extra $5 just for taxes or so for almost each individual item. The higher it goes, so whatnot. Maybe I'll get into more details in another actual video, but that's just me, explaining it. And the reason why this is connected to the YouTube changes is because this was going to be a series I was only going to do on BitChute because of the fact that YouTube would be too sensitive about it. But now, all of a sudden, since they want to change their minds, I may or may not consider putting the show on YouTube. It's going to still be on BitChute first. It's going to go on BitChute first, even if I do end up uploading it on YouTube. But I'll literally give it a fucking week or two before it even goes on YouTube. It goes on BitChute first. BitChute got it first. BitChute's the first one who's not going to censor it. It goes on BitChute first. If by some chance I happen to upload it on YouTube and you guys are interested, great. If not, you got to hop on over to BitChute. And I don't know, let's see. I'm going to wait till the changes finally kick in, to other channels start uploading more adult content, whether it's drug related or violent news, gaming, etc., and just see what happens. I'm going to wait till they work out the kinks, and then I'll probably throw my hat into the ring. I mean, I might throw up a certain episode or two, certain teasers that I can put on YouTube, such as maybe, again, like, since I'm gonna do scent related stuff, if it's a review on incense, a scented spray, or just a scent eliminator, or even something like a candle, because as a smoker, if you don't like your house to smell, incense, odor sprays, and candles, they're your best friends. And they're all different types of candles. I mean, I'm not just only going to look at candles from like a smoke shop, but even candles from like just your local Family Dollar and Dollar General, from your $1 to $5 scented candles, and see how they hold up to a smoke shop branded candle, and how well it smells, how potent it is in eliminating smoke odor. Something like that I can easily probably put up on YouTube, no problem. But they'll be done first, most likely as teasers, rather than, before I start fully uploading there. Nevertheless, that was what I wanted to explain about that part. Again, if you guys are interested, I'm sorry this video ended up going for way much longer than expected, but at this point, if you haven't checked out my channel, that's nothing new so far. My channel is going to be somewhere around this length. I have a lot to say. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I just have a lot to say, and I'm gonna say it. If you guys are interested, hop on over to BitChute and subscribe. No episodes are uploaded yet. I'm still working on them. I want to have 5 or 6 episodes ready before I even make a teaser trailer that I can upload on BitChute and YouTube. And when I upload the pilots on BitChute, I'll have a trailer for that series on YouTube. BitChute won't need it because he's already going to get the first episode. And again, you guys may or may not get stuff like these candle reviews and how it holds up to eliminating the smell. Until then, I got some work to do. See you guys then. Thanks for listening this far, and thanks for listening to my opinion before. Seriously though, whoever listened to this long, thank you. Chaotic out.